Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and oh dang, Hedge, getting up there. Nice. Good luck. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. th7 here. Thanks for clicking in, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. First up, Stitches. Oh my gosh, Stitches making a comeback. A little bit higher than this now, I must say. However, laying it down with a different combo going ground, using those giants, wizards, hogs, go-ho. Or would that be Gaho? Maybe it's Gaho. He's Gahoing it. Gaweho. Who knows? It's something. And how's everyone been? I've been extremely busy on my feet, constantly covering way more ground this year than normally cover around the ranch. It is calving season, so that's why I've been pretty busy. I did make a video the other day. I have been messing around on the PUBG game, but don't let anybody think that that doesn't mean I'm not clashing. Right now at the moment I have on two devices, two different accounts spinning clouds. I was spinning on this one as well, however I'm now making this video at work or in any other time. I don't have time to whip out PUBG, that's for sure, so I do whip out maybe Clash at a certain time. Driving down the road or doing something like that, get on, check, maybe try and find a base, but definitely still here, still around, and eagerly waiting and watching for who could possibly be the first Town Hall 7 Legends. A couple of Town Hall 7s up there now, and pretty much as I've said all along, and if I say so, then I say so, but pretty much it's all about time, patience, and luck. It's going to take you a lot of time, right? You're going to have to give a lot of time, a lot of commitment. It's going to take a lot of patience because with time comes patience. So you also have to sometimes go, no, you know, this base isn't right now, or maybe you have to take it, but you do have to have some patience. And of course, luck. If you don't find anything in clouds, or you don't get a nice defense, you're hooped. There's really nothing you can do. You'll just keep getting beat back down, You have to have a little bit of luck every time to break back past your highest point. So it's going to take all three of those, and I'm sitting here, fingers crossed, Hedge. We're not going to show you any of Hedge's replays, of course. Not leading up to what could be the big moment. The entire video would have to go out to that person, so I'm not going to give any of the possible raids away early, so that's how that's going to go. And although I'm not as 100% as active as I used to be, as I was saying, I'm still getting on, trying to do things, trying to do some word attacks if I can, trying to get in clan games if I can, trying to push if I can, trying to farm if I can. Oh, it's almost like a second job, I gotta tell you. Well, like a second, third job, fourth job. Trying to pop in the odd videos. That's some nice loot right there. Oh yes, I do remember finding this base when it was now. This was right after the maintenance we recently had. I think the maintenance that introduced calling on war bases, which to me, okay, I guess if guys need that, okay, but I like to play the first come first serve rule. Look, if you want to take on number 2, set your alarm. If you're sleeping, or in the day, or whatever you gotta do, get on, get it done when war starts. There's always a chance usually to get away. In some circumstances. Other times, well, you snooze, you lose. So, first come, first serve, I've always liked that rule. Attack for 3 stars, don't mess around. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure my feelings on it. Having new features is always a good thing though, right? Can't really go wrong introducing more things. So hopefully some people like it, use it to their advantage. I don't have much use for it. We'll see how it goes. And I was kind of hoping that the maintenance was going to bring the cloud mute button that I've been so eagerly anticipating. Standing over here on the sidelines for 3-4 years now, saying, please, Super Sub, please, can we get a clouds mute button? So who knows? Maybe that'll come. Probably not, but I can keep dreaming. And Supreme finding a Town Hall 10. If you can see, got what, 1, 2, 3 archer towers down. That's going to allow the person to pick a little bit of the outsides, making it easier to funnel in towards them dragons. I'd have thought them loons would have at least taken down that one air defense. At this point, I'd be a little concerned. Just a little bit. Thought they'd have done a little better. But if you don't panic and you just take your time, focus, look at where your troops can go, you'll see a smart play up here, tucking in another dragon. See, right now there's one hit left on that archer tower over there to the bottom right. This air defense to the top is probably going to get to a dragon from the top, but this dragon on the bottom going to be able to get in, get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings. It still isn't being hit yet, so get at least one more 5. What's that? 6, 7 buildings, and it would have got 8. So all depending where you drop a troop sometimes can depend how much it can get. Look at your base, especially when those numbers are getting down closer and closer and your troops are getting less and less. You really got to focus, look around, be like, okay, if I go here, this is going to get hit by this, this, or this, but if I go over here, I can come in this way. So, and make sure that, zoom your screen in so that you can actually get that troop exactly where you want it, not just a roundabout spot, because those roundabout spots sometimes get you into some trouble. And we're still in winter here in Saskatchewan. Some of you may have seen in the news recently a very sad, tragic incident where a semi-truck driver blew a stop sign. I usually don't have much to say as far as political points or views go, but I'll give my opinion on the case. Not that anybody's going to listen, but I am a semi-truck driver. I drive an 18-wheeler. In fact, I've drove vehicles that have had, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 30 wheels on them. So, I mean, I've driven some big equipment. I've driven it day, I've driven it night, I've driven it morning till dusk, year after year. That is what I did, hauling logs, hauling oil. So I do know the inside of one of these rigs very well. I have been myself in situations where things could have went wrong. This semi-truck driver that blew the stop sign that is marked with red flashers is trying to use the excuse that he didn't see the stop sign due to the sun in his eyes. The end result is now 12 children are dead between the ages of 16 to 20. This was a hockey team. It's been in the news, so some of you might have seen it. I shared it on my Instagram. It's a pretty sad thing. However, I just want to comment about something. I can tell by the pictures right away. Of course, some of you might have seen them on the internet as well. That road and that direction, if you look at the crash, if you look at which way the semi-truck was coming from, if you then take and look at the shadows casted by the lampposts, trees, anything you can see in the picture, you will notice that the lane of travel he would have been traveling in would have put the sun to the left of his shoulder. Not even in front of him, but to his left. Stop signs are on our right. There's no way you didn't see that stop sign. I don't know what else to say about it. I was extremely upset and frustrated thinking about it. There seems to be more and more careless semi-truck drivers in areas. That's not to say as well as, you know, light passenger vehicles and stuff like that don't cause their extremely high fair share of accidents out there, or put semi-trucks into position sometimes. But this isn't one of those. This is 100% driver error, not paying attention, and ended up costing the lives of 16 people so far in total. So some of those that are still alive are now with forever changed lives, have been paralyzed. However, some of them that are awake anyways are very strong about it, looking forward to the future and what they're going to become and do, despite any handicaps they might have to face. Strong boys. Sad case. As I said, I don't often talk about political stuff, especially on a class channel, but some of you might have seen it in the news. That is really close to me. It's about an hour away, not too far, and hockey was a major part of my life. My son, although not in hockey yet, and my daughter, however, I do encourage them to mess around and play with hockey, so hopefully they will get into hockey too. And that's what makes it so sad, is that it really could have been any one of our kids just going to play some hockey on a bus with the boys. It was a championship game, game 5, 29 people on a bus, and then all of a sudden a semi-truck comes screaming past them as they're traveling 100 to 110 kilometers an hour, which is about 70 miles per hour. The semi-truck didn't hit the side of the bus. The semi-truck shot just in front of the bus, and then the bus ended up hitting the front of the semi-truck as it carried through the bus and peeled it open in the front end. So, not a very good case. Yeah. So give some thoughts out there to anybody that plays hockey and travels on those buses. Hang in there, kids. You'll make it. And oh my goodness, Minnie Rumble was in visiting the clan, and I thought I would throw up a replay of theirs. They shared one, so also a fan. Shout out to Minnie. And so almost ends this video. We got time for what, maybe one more raid. We'll show up one more raid, one more fancy one, Town Hall 8 art base. And then I have to get my clothes, my gear back on. It's almost nighttime here, so I like to go out and check all the cows that are calving or having their babies, if you don't understand what the word calving means. I like to go out there and check and make sure that nothing's in trouble. As I've discussed in other videos before, not everything can have babies 100% on their own. There are cases and scenarios where things do go wrong, so I'm just there to lend a hand and observe anything that may be going wrong, anything that may be sick, anything that's in stress or troubled. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go do. I will get my stuff on, head out there, check everything out, and then I'll pretty much come back home, go back out, check at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I'll get up sometime between 5:30, 6 o'clock. I usually like to go out when it's light, have another check, and then I'm back to work about 8:30. I drop the kids off at school, and back to work for the day till, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. Yeah, that's how things go right now for a lot of days straight, weeks, months. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. I'm out of here. The General out.